Hello, welcome to the Communicator Online. I'm Andrea Romack and I'm here with Bill Whitacre, Superintendent at the Mahoning County Board of Developmental Disabilities, to discuss the recent changes taking place at MCBDD. So recently the county boards of DD have been in the news regarding funding and operations. Can you tell us what has taken place up to this point?
Yes, Andrea. Back in 2014, county boards of developmental disabilities were advised by the state of Ohio, Department of Developmental Disabilities, that the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services had an issue with what they call conflict of interest, case management conflict of interest. And what that was is it stated that agencies, governmental programs that funded programs could not also provide what they call home and community-based waiver services. We as a county board of DD in Ohio, currently in our system, we fund services and provide them. The Center for Medicaid and Medicare Services says you can no longer do that with Medicaid dollars. They were negotiating with the state of Ohio for a little over a year, and in June of 2015, they advised the state of Ohio that by 2024, county boards of developmental disabilities needed to be out of providing waiver services.
Okay. And case management meaning SSA, right?
Yes, in our world, in the state of Ohio, case management means Service and Support Administration, or SSA.
Okay. We've been seeing some significant changes in the transportation department. Can you explain what's happening and why?
Yeah, as also what happened in 2015 is Ohio Administrative Code, I believe it's 5123-2911, was implemented, the free choice of provider rule, to state that boards of DD had to provide a benchmark plan as to how they were going to reduce their waiver services on an annual basis. As part of our plan that we submitted to the state of Ohio, we noted that as drivers resigned, retired, quit, that we would look at transitioning those routes to other providers to meet those mandates of downsizing our programs. We had hoped that through this natural attrition we could avoid layoffs or at least delay them for a longer period of time. So that's why there's currently some changes going on in transportation.
Okay. Some of the counties around Mahoning have turned over their day programs to other providers. In Mahoning, the board is closely associated with Masco. Can you give us an update on what's occurring with the transition of our day programs?
Sure, yeah. We are currently in discussion with Masco. We have a transition committee that has a couple of their board members, a couple of our board members, and we've just been talking about some logistical things moving forward in the future. Masco actually applying to become a certified waiver provider. That's really the first step in the process. Although Masco is a nonprofit entity and they have a board, they've never really provided any services.
Okay.
They've been more on the employment side for the individuals that attend our day programs. So they need to clear that first hurdle to becoming a certified waiver provider. Then we could look at developing timelines if we were to transition services in our buildings to Masco. And then going through that process, we would provide that information to the public, gather information from stakeholders at our community forums, like we've recently held. So as we move along this transition path, we will gather information from our constituents and put it into that plan and develop some time frames and make everyone aware as to where we're at.
Okay. MCBDD will seek to put a renewal levy on the ballot this November. Why does the county board need levy money if they are no longer providing waiver services?
Yeah, that's a good question that a lot of people ask. They do know that we will no longer be providing services at some point in the future because of the mandates, and a lot of people equate our agency with Bev Road, Michelle, Leonard Kurtz School, Javits Center. They look at those brick and mortar buildings and that's who they identify us as, and rightfully so. Moving into the future, we will still need those levy funds, although we are not directly providing many of those services. We obviously have to pay for the case management or SSA service. We have to fund those waiver services, which we pay roughly 40% of that. And whether that's day program, non-medical transportation, residential services, those dollars will support people and follow them to wherever their needs are going to be met, not necessarily in the traditional buildings that we've operated.
Okay. There have been rumors about consolidating Bev and Michelle. Is there any truth to that?
Yes, looking at attendance trends, overall, really even before the mandates, the Center for Medicaid and Medicare centers mandates, we had noticed a trend of declining enrollment in our day program services, and a lot of that is due to the advent of other providers, opening day program businesses. in the area. I think we currently have, I believe, 14 day program providers, so there's
Okay.
13 or 14 other day program providers besides the county board that are operating in Mahoning County. And when individuals have a waiver, they have what they call free choice of providers. So over a number of years, they've been picking other providers to receive their services because they feel that that program may best meet their needs. So it's actually been going on for a number of years that we are seeing declining enrollment, and then obviously with these mandates, we're going to see more decline in our enrollment because we are not allowed to bring new waiver enrollees into our program. So probably within the next year or two, there could be the real possibility of those two buildings consolidating. And the more likely scenario is that individuals at Bev Road would move to Michelle, if that's where the consolidation would occur.
Okay. Well, that's about it. Thank you for joining us today at the Communicator Online. If you have any questions or would like any further information on services and programs provided by MCBDD, please visit our website at www.mahoningdd.org or call our Community Services Department at 330-797-2825. Thank you.